All right, Evan, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. If you're not done so already, please give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Again, don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, at Aaron Basile there. It's in the corner. Give out a lot of free little nuggets there as well. We've been a lot of awesome trades here lately. But take a look at Unity here. This one was given out this morning, and that stock has done really well today. So huge at the 19 handle. I did not think this was actually pointed out by one of my members here, which is great. I love our community here, but huge volume there. Inverse head and shoulder triggered up to 23. We also got NVIDIA as well. That one continued higher, and that hit target. I've been talking about that the last couple of days. We actually got a scalp off on this one too at the 120 handle for a nice little trade here intraday as well. And also taking some nice gains on platinum today. Sprott here hitting that 10 handle. So awesome trades here lately, and it's been a lot of fun trading this market level to level. But in any case, today another kind of squeeze here. And right now, we talked about kind of going into CPI, if that number came out a little bit hotter than expected, was the market really ready for that? And obviously, a lot of volatility going on yesterday, but hat tip to Jason Shapiro, who I've had on the channel before, but he recently did a short video essentially saying like, well, if everything's bearish stocks now, right? If CPI hot means stagflation and CPI cold means recession, maybe the other side of that is just to be long, right? And that's kind of what happens here when there is no. I always say when there is no bull case, that is the bull case, right? I said that about China earlier this year, famously, and that ended up being the low, back in January, right? Like there was no bull case, there just wasn't, and that kind of is, and it seems the market was kind of in that position. You see the bulls finally downticking below 40% here on AAII. Bears above 30 is usually a good, contrarian level. And we didn't get that last week, right? So we didn't really get that last week, and that's probably why we had that flush out on Friday. So we just didn't have enough people bearish, and obviously they got bearish. I mean, even I, said like, look, we broke technical level. And obviously we're now squeezing up here. And I thought this morning that we would see probably some backing and filling, like maybe just like a small dip kind of pause day, maybe 55.20 on a retrace to this level. We actually had a level penciled in to buy the dip if we had gotten down to 55.20. And then you can see obviously below that 5,500. I think I said in the morning video 550 even on SPY would have been a level, and 465 QQQ. But obviously we didn't get there, and we just kept going up. So clearly, again, a lot of people were bearish, and they're getting squeezed out. So markets are now up into kind of some resistance here. There is GEX at 5,600. There's also GEX at SPY 560. Again, another thing that I tweeted out today. It's just free info. If I said 560 is probably it for the day, and you're going to see if we look at SPY, where did we get to? 559.37. Right, so we got right up there. We got to 5,600. Now maybe we go up there and we tap. We got 30 minutes left. We might go up there and try to pop through it really quick. But for the most part, that is it for the day here, which is interesting because tomorrow, I would have thought, and I did think that today would have been like kind of a pause day, and if we're going to pump tomorrow on Friday. But that was kind of not the case. PPI coming in kind of mixed. It was like the lowest since I think last Feb. So that was like the big headline. That wasn't really enough to move the market or for the market to really care, though. If we look at the futures here, we barely even moved. We had this little slice here, little sell. We actually got a nice long in on the NQ this morning. Into that nice little pop, and then the market just kind of floated up throughout the rest of the day. You see the NQ there actually exceeding my targets. I talked about 350, and that's where it went before pulling back, and then it just kind of melted back up. But either way, good day for the bulls here, and I would say right now I'm going to give the bulls the upside bias until at least next week. That doesn't mean we're going to go straight up, but I would say dips should probably get supported here. And another thing that's impressive too is the QQQ. I think I forgot to talk about this yesterday, but QQQ going into the 50 and the 20, that necktie, usually that is like kind of resistance. When you get two moving averages like this together and you're going straight into it, a lot of the time that will offer resistance. In fact, again, I know I talked about this last week, but there's the SPY, right? On Tuesday, we went right into that and it took 3 days to get through it. So sometimes that can happen, but market's strong here. QQQ back above all four major moving averages. And it looks like we're going to close above, if we can close above 473.33, that negates that red bar. So let's just put that in here right now. There is GEX at 472 as well. So if we pull back into the last 30 minutes, that's probably where we go. But either way, a really good day for the market here. I didn't think we'd go to 56 this fast, but that's probably why we're going there. I don't think anybody did. Next level, 56.23. There's your red bar, breakdown bar. A lot of bulls are trapped in here, though, I will say. So this may be some resistance right in this area, right? And you can see that's kind of where we're stalling out right now. I'm a little surprised that we got through. Was it 55.65, right? So look at all these pivots right here. We went there yesterday and look at, that was the high tick of the day. We pulled back off that. So again, I thought maybe, all right, little dip, pause day, and then we can go through it tomorrow, but we didn't do that. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're going to get. We do have Michigan consumer sentiment at 10. It's not as big as PPI or CPI in terms of like market moving, but it's always good for an algo move. It's always a good day trading algo really or data release. So we'll see if we can get some action off of that. Right now, 560 SPY, 5600 SPX should be some resistance though, but it depends on how many people are short and are still short and getting squeezed. After that, you got the 565, SPY and the 5660, 5670, and then 5700. So we'll see if they can make all-time highs by next week. I don't know if they're going to do much past that, but we'll see what we get here. So good squeeze in the market. I don't think it's a good idea to be playing too many things for a trend right now. I still have this market penciled in to have a lot of turbulence over the next couple of 6 to 8 weeks. That doesn't mean there won't be trading opportunities, but I'm not really looking for big, trend legs like this. Despite the similarities here, I think somebody commented yesterday and said, well, actually, I think it was in reference to this day, but it might have been in the trading room. Somebody was talking about this kind of pattern here is similar to here, and it kind of is. But we were also going into the summer months here, so I knew this was going to be a good dip buy. It was. Whereas now we're going into the back half of September, which is historically the worst performing area of the whole year. So again, just be careful. Kind of in more short-term mode. We've been scalping, doing a lot of having a lot of success doing that this week. There are swing trading opportunities, but you got to be a little bit more selective, and I think kind of look outside of the major indices for certain things. But right now, again, we'll see 56 right now. We'll just call that as resistance for tomorrow. I don't know if we're just going to blow through that or not. I honestly couldn't tell you. I will say, though, that dips probably will get supported for the next week. So that's kind of my base case right now. You can see the Qs at currently, again, through that 468, 470 area. That's where it stopped yesterday. Again, that we closed right on that line, sliced through it this morning, and then we inched right back up. So there's the 473.33. We'll see if they can close it above that. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. They still can do it tomorrow, but obviously that's the big level. Then look at the IWM. Nice move today, up 1 1/3. RTY was a pretty good setup yesterday. If you were a little bold here, RSI divergence on the low. And then a nice rally. It is coming into some resistance right now, so that may need to back off. But again, really everything up across the board. And again, a lot of things, like Unity software, having a huge move. UPST, Roku, right? A lot of things that ARC, a lot of things that are heavily shorted are getting good bids here. And obviously small caps is one of those. So nice day for Russell. Dow up 0.5%. Again, back above all moving averages. So Dow trend is back up there. Well, not that it was ever down, but it's fully reclaimed here. And defensives, again, XLV up 30 basis points, XLU up 1/4, XLP up 60. Trend is still up there, but again, NASDAQ now leading. And that's all you really need to know. SMH up 0.25%. That's despite the big gain in NVIDIA, up 2.4. That has hit my target. That could still go a little bit higher, though. So there is GEX at 120 for tomorrow, so that may get pinned. So just be aware of that. But if it gets through that, you've got levels up here at like 123, and then we'll call it even at 125. There's a gap fill up there, too. But yeah, Broadcom also having a nice day. That one's making me kick myself a little bit. AMD up 0.5%. You know, Intel still very weak, but you know, the SMH is hanging in there, and yeah, nice higher low off the 200 MA. IGV continuing to act well. This is so close to all-time highs here. So nice little flag there, nice pop. Dow Transport's also up nicely on the day. Good test candle yesterday and good pop. Still got to get back through, you know, 15.7 to 15.8. One thing I don't like is how you're still kind of sideways here to that breakdown. But it's hanging in there for now, so we'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. All right, interest rates here, again, green. So PPI was like the weakest ever, you know, or whatever since February or whatever it was. But rates are green, and again, like I said, like this is kind of my thesis. What I was saying in the beginning of the video. You know, nothing's bearish, or excuse me, nothing's bullish stocks, right? None of the data. So it's almost kind of the same thing with yields. Rate cuts are not sneaking up on anybody. Economic slowdown's not sneaking up on anybody. So in the near term, I'm not saying that rates can't go lower, but in the near term, it seems like, okay, like what else you got for me here? Like we know that the economy's slowing. So if God forbid something happens where it doesn't slow as fast as expected, you could get a big squeeze. So no follow through, and this 3.7 area remains sticky. So bond bulls have every opportunity to break this 3.7 area, and they've been unable to do it. It just keeps sticking right there. So I'm watching that very closely. Tomorrow's close will tell us a lot. 30 fractionally higher as well. And we'll see if that, you know, ends up printing a W. XHB up 2%. Again, trend is up, no problems. It's back above 115. So back above that breakdown bar. Home builders are very tough. VNQ up 0.25% again. We're giving that the upside bias to like 99.50 to $1, or to 100. Sorry. XLF up 8 basis points, but you know, good pullback here to the 50 MA. This is to me right now a healthy pullback. I know a lot of people are freaking out about the banks, but you pulled back to the 50 MA and you tested it with volume, finishing inside of Monday's range, or excuse me, Friday's range. I don't really have any problems here, and as long as we're seeing money rotate to other areas like tech, I think it's fine. KRE is a little bit weaker, right? I would prefer to see that back above the 50. KBE is a little bit stronger than KRE. But overall, I don't really see any problems yet. I mean, these stocks have led the market for the last couple of months. So now that we're seeing that money come out, it's not the end of the world that they're backing off just a little bit. Broker dealers here up 1/3%. So that's fine. Oil up 2.6. So good follow through off of the slice of 65 area. Again, I don't have anything on this. 70 is resistance in the short term. I'm not touching it. I don't like oil. XLE up 70 cents. Good bounce after the tail candles printed. Same thing with XOP there. No follow through yet though. And same thing on OIH. We got all the way down to the 200 on the weekly. It's trying. It's got volume. If it can, you know, firm up by tomorrow, I think it looks a lot better. So energy stocks holding up a little bit better than oil. CCJ, nice follow through. It's increasing the odds of a W bottom. We'll see what we got here. Yeah, so you hit the 618 today. So if you can get through that, that definitely increases the odds of a W bottom. And M, same deal. It's definitely in play. And NJ, very nice. This is starting to look more like a liquidity grab. So nice. I like that we closed below and then we're right back up. So possible false. breakdown there. Nat gas continues higher, and that is on breakout now. So we finally got through that 228 area. Nice pop, and it's into 240. That's your resistance right now. What I'm on watch for here is, do we go from here and do we pull back and then do a W, we call this a WV? Or do we, go up there and then do the same, we could do the same thing from up here too. But it got through that level. I like how the short sellers tried to just push it down Sunday night. I've seen this happen so many times. They'll just gap nat gas down because they can. But this time the dip was bought, so those guys got run over here. But yeah, 240, you can see the clear line in the sand there, and then 245 to 250 obviously is your level as well on the upside. So nat gas again, this should kind of trade up into the November-ish. The hurricane is kind of helping out. I think there was some reports about facilities being shut off, and that obviously hits supply a little bit. But either way, good move there. Dollar index down 40 cents. So dollar is respecting the PPI number, but the 10-year is not. So maybe a difference in positioning there, but dollar index down. It is still off the lows though, but not a good looking candle closing at the lows of the day. And really the big winners on the day here was precious metals across the board. 1.7% gain for gold. That should go to 2610. That is not a shorting level. That's just an upside objective. Silver up 4 1/4, back above 30. Nice move there. And I'm just going to draw this in. I know there's a lot of lines. These are like big point of control kind of levels. But you can see here, it's almost kind of like a flag. It is kind of like a flag with a attempted kind of break below that did not follow through. Right, broke right there and it didn't follow through. So weekly's still shaping up. The miners also big day. GDX up 5%. Go AU. I don't talk about this one very often, but I like this weekly pattern here. Nice weekly consolidation. Monthly, you can see it as well. Looks pretty healthy there. GDX. There's the monthly. Weekly pretty healthy. SIL up 7%. So some of these were really out of look at 8% for SALG. Look at AG today, 12%. So big movers here in the precious metals space. Also, I mentioned platinum earlier, up 3%. I think that wants 1,000, maybe 1020. And then palladium here, I don't know, looks like it might be time. That's confirmation above the 200 now. And we have not had that in 2 years. So I think palladium's on breakout potentially here. Love this rounded bottom. So I've been talking about it for a while here. I'm saying if you got the cash to just tuck some away for the long term, I think. I mean, when this plays catch up, it's gonna look at how much catch up it has to do to gold. So risk reward very good. Copper here, nice pop, but not through 422.8 yet. A close above that negates the red bar, and I think that can squeeze. Right now, just a good bid. Bitcoin up 1.5, so trying to follow through. Got to get through this 20 moving average here. So I know there's a lot of chop. Again, we talked about the 4 hour yesterday, and I think you can see it pretty clearly. Yeah, I'll just use like one of these. So right, big level. It's just gotta work through that a little bit, which it's doing. Right, you got the higher lows. You're consolidating. You got a bull inside bar on the 4 hour. Just needs a little bit more time. But yeah, you don't like this 20 MA should be minor. We've traded through it a lot. In fact, all these moving averages are minor. We've traded through them so much. But yeah, still got to get through that. Then you can get through, if you get through 60, then it starts to get interesting, because then this can become a higher low, and that's usually what happens right before a big breakout. So we'll be watching that closely. So again, market's just shy of 56. So good price action here. They might try to pop it up here into the end of the day to get us to 560. A lot of puts got assigned over the last couple of days at 540. So dealers, I think they wanted that level, and they're buying back stock here probably until at least next Wednesday, maybe even on Friday. And I wouldn't try to fight this until then. So I think dips will be supported for now. But I'm not necessarily looking for big trend moves outside of maybe intraday stuff. So again, maybe they get to 570 after all. It's certainly possible. I don't see why they can't do it, other than the fact that you have some trapped bulls in this area. So that might take a little bit of time to work through. But market's definitely holding up a lot better today than it was, as of last Friday. So anyways, guys, going to wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.